Go ahead with your announcement.
Okay. Um, I just want to let everyone watching this video inform you to mark your calendars on your phone for every Friday and Saturday evening at 7 Central and 8 p.m. Eastern. You can participate live on the phone with us. And that number to call is 515-739-1015. And then you put in the access code, and that number is 648-355-878, and then the pound sign. So every weekend, Friday and Saturday. And that's my announcement.
Let's begin to read from Ruth chapter 3 from verse 9. I welcome you to Love Talk because we are looking at certain things that happened in the book of Ruth that displayed serious love talk. That's what we are looking at. Let's go.
Okay. Ruth chapter 3, verse 9. And he said, "Who are you?" And she answered, "I am Ruth, your maidservant. Take your maidservant under your wing, for you are a close relative." Then he said, "Blessed are you of the Lord, my daughter, for you have shown your kindness at the end than at the beginning, and that you did not go after young men, whether poor or rich. And now, my daughter, do not fear. I will do for you all that you request. For all the people of my town know that you are a virtuous woman. Now, it is true that I am a close relative. However, there is a relative closer than I. Stay this night, and in the morning it shall be that if he will perform the duty of a close relative for you, good. Let him do it. But if he does not want to perform the duty for you, then I will perform the duty for you, as the Lord lives. Lie down until morning." Verse 14. So she lied down at his feet until morning, and she arose before one could recognize another. Then he said, "Do not let it be known that the woman came to the threshing floor." Also, he said, "Bring the shawl that is on you and hold it." And when she held it, he measured 6 ephahs of barley and laid it on her. Then she went into the city. When she came to her mother-in-law and saw her and said, "Is that you, my daughter?" Then she told her all that the man had done for her. And she said, "These 6 ephahs of barley he gave to me. For he said to me, 'Do not go empty-handed to your mother-in-law.'" Then she said, "Sit still, my daughter, until you know how the matter will play out. For the man will not rest until he has concluded the matters this day."
Okay, you see what she said? The man will not rest. The man will not rest. What does that mean? How did Naomi know that?
Yeah.
Naomi said the man will not rest until he has concluded the matter. Women, please help me here. What's the meaning of that sentence? Remember what we said about love talk in the morning? Every love carries with it a high sense of duty and a high sense of responsibility. What are you bringing into the game? See, in so many ways, in Love Talk, from chapter 2 and now chapter 3, we have seen how both of them, they have demonstrated the quality of responsible people. Love is not just a matter of talking and whispering and emotion. Because that's what people want. Cheap people want emotional love. It's part of it, but it's not the bigger part of love. Emotional love, having kids, getting married is a very tiny, tiny, tiny aspect of what love is. In real love talk, you are talking business, you are talking investments, you are talking responsibility. But each of us, we've allowed ourselves to be fooled at one time or the other that love actually was a talk, was emotion, and that is just all it was. There was no money and material resources attached to it. And at the end of the day, you realize that you get nothing out of it. It was just an exercise in futility. It has no future content. If anything happened to you, can I rely on this person? If something happened to me, can I rely on you? Are you capable of bearing responsibility? Or is this person just joking? Just playing around with me? Or am I just playing around with this? There are people who come very strongly to make you assume responsibility for them, while they themselves have no responsibility for anybody. And that is very, very, it's not a good thing. It's annoying. And those who have nothing to offer are the ones that talk the most, write the most. And not only that, they want to engage you all the time in little or nothing. They are the most controlling type. Go and look at it. Those who have nothing to offer are the most controlling, are the ones who will tell you who they are, how great they are, and so on. And they are just piece of paper. Nothing more. Those who tell you how valuable they are and so on and so forth, you look at their life, nothing valuable. And I've realized that empty people always bully their way. Always bully their way. If people come to you to ask you for something and you tell them, you ask them a simple question and they become angry, you know that they are con artists. I'm serious. They become angry. You are the one that they are coming to ask for money or for material resources or for help or for your brain or a piece of your brain for advice. And then when you ask them a question that will lead to the answer, they become angry. Cut such people out of your life. Don't allow such people to talk to you anymore. Because they are not serious. They are not yet ready for life. I'm showing you how people in the Bible solved their problem and had a better life with a better foundation. No divorce. Because they did their homework well. Is that the end of that reading?
Yes, we're at chapter 4.
Let's go to chapter 4. Remember before we reach there, remember what Naomi said to Ruth? The man will not rest until he has resolved the matter today. And I asked you women what that meant. Nobody said a word. Who is saying something? I cannot hear you. All right, please be quiet because we cannot hear you. You are talking. Nobody knows what you are saying, for heaven's sake. If anybody hear what the man or the woman is saying, please can you tell us? What's the meaning of the sentence, the man will not rest until he has resolved the problem? See, when you see what Boaz has done already, it shows that he is bent on bringing Ruth, giving Ruth a throne. If all you are looking for is for somebody to become somebody's wife or somebody's husband, I can assure you that you will be highly disappointed. Because what we are telling you is what keeps a relationship going. If it is not there, you'll be highly disappointed. If all you're looking for in life is to have kids so that people know that you have children, because that makes you feel better, that makes you have position in society, you'll be highly disappointed. Or you want to have kids who will take care of you when you are an elderly person, you'll be highly disappointed when those kids do not turn out right. Life is experimental, if you didn't know it. Life is a discovery. Because sometimes those kids will grow up and go, and they don't need you anymore. And are you going to live a bitter life? Well, that's what you choose. So that's why those decisions are decisions you make today. Decisions about your life are what you make today. Let's go to chapter 4 and finish this today. Go ahead.
Okay. Now Boaz went up to the gate and sat down there.
Okay, Boaz is the first person. Boaz went to the gate. Things were decided at the gate. Judgment, getting people out. You guys know what I mean by that? Making major decisions in the city took place at the gate of the city where people come in and go out. So the gate was very, very important. Gate is very important. How people come, how people go. The gate. When people are born, they are born inside the gate. When they die, they are carried outside the gate. The gate matters. People live and have their homes inside the gate. And then they have their grazing land and their farms outside the gates. Everything passes through the gate. So Boaz went and sat at the gates. Let's see what he did. Go ahead.
Yeah, so Boaz went and sat
Before
down.
you go there, let me ask a question. See, all that you see in the book of Ruth is full of love talk. And that love talk is responsibility, love business. Are you aware that he has now put out his life for Ruth? He's ready to do something for her, to make her life better. Why? Because Ruth has something that will make Boaz's life better. If all you want is for somebody to be responsible for you, somebody to take care of you, you are going to be highly disappointed. If that is all you are doing, because majority of people on earth are looking for somebody to take care of them. That's why they don't want to risk it. And all they are negotiating for is for people to accept them the way they are. They don't want to change. They don't want to enhance their life. They don't want to optimize it so that they can get the best. Because if you optimize your life, if you enhance your life, you'll have the best. Tell me today if you have a lot of money in your hand, whether you will still live in the same old crappy house. You will still drive the same car that will break down on the highway. Tell me if you are wealthy today, whether you will marry the same crappy husband or crappy wife that you are living with today. You won't. You won't even see them on the road and say good morning to them because they are not worth it. Many of us settled because that's all we knew. And thank God we cannot settle anymore. Hallelujah! You as a woman go to pick a homeless man to be your husband? Or you a man go to pick a homeless woman to be your wife? Are you serious? Somebody who doesn't have a job, who has no money in their bank account. I mean good money. If something happened to you, they bring money to solve it. They are not there. And you are telling me that's a husband. Are you serious? I would rather get a donkey that can do something for me, that can go to my farm than that. I would rather have a camel because the camel can take me on a long distance. This person has nothing. That's my husband. That's my wife. And I will look and I will say, this person is a joke. This is a joke. See, if you have nothing to offer, that's why you settle for what you got. One man was asked why he ended up marrying a very ugly woman. And really, the woman is ugly, let's face it. I mean, she's beautiful because that's the way God made her. But in the human, in the way we human beings are, let's not pretend about it. The woman was ugly. So they asked him, why did you marry this ugly woman? He said, well, that's all that I found in the bayou. Because they come from Louisiana or Alabama or Mississippi. Then he was a fisherman before he moved on, before he heard the kind of things that I'm teaching you. So he said that is all he found. The woman live in the bayou. Does it mean that because... I mean, I'm not trying to insult anybody. I'm just trying to tell you how it is. People end up marrying within their class. Unless you're willing to polish that person and bring the person up. And then you have to be very careful. Because you may bring somebody to wash the person, bath the person, anoint the person, dress the person up in a good apparel. And when they become something, they leave you. Because they don't understand what loyalty is, what it means. They understand what taking advantage means. Please, if your radio or TV is on, turn it off. If somebody is talking where you are, get out from that place or press mute. Thank you. So if you want to take up responsibility for somebody, are there people who are going to take up responsibility for you? Are they going to be with you forever? We are not just talking about marriage. We are talking about business partners. You want to take up responsibility for your uncles and your aunts? Will they sell a piece of land and give you that money to go and do what you want to do? To go and buy a property and rent it out? Or to go and finish college? We are not talking about registering for a college and you are looking for money to go and buy a car or to go and smoke crack or meth or heroin or something. Because that's what some people do. And they will be in school forever. We are talking about money that you actually register in college and finish it and get a degree. Especially a 4-year degree. Or a master's or a doctorate in a professional field that will better your life forever. So that you can also contribute and help the person who helped you. It's even worse because people will come to you, you finish training them, and they go on their way and they forget about you. And that is wrong. And there is punishment that comes with such. You go all the way to your country and bring somebody to America or to Europe to try to give them a life and try to marry them. Immediately they get their green card, they are gone. Boom! Immediately they get their citizenship, they leave you. They tell, look at this stupid man or this stupid woman. Let me tell you, the people you think in your country are not smart. That they are village men and village women, they know more than you. Just go and buy them a pocketbook, a handbag. Just go and buy them cologne or perfume or hand watch or a cell phone and you will hear what they will say to you. That your mate are busy buying them Louis Vuitton and all of that. And you are buying them this Adidas and Nautica and I mean, they will tell you things that will surprise you. You forgot that they are watching YouTube. So they know what is raining. Buy them a Toyota and they ask you why you didn't buy them a Mercedes. You buy them a Mercedes and they ask you why you did not buy them a Lamborghini or a Ferrari. You think that because they live in a third world country, they don't know. They are far more smarter sometimes than you are. And they come on bended knee, crawling and begging you for help. And you go ahead and give them help. Watch them when they become something, whether they will remember you. Let's see what Boaz did. Go ahead, my dear.
Now Boaz went up to the gate and sat down there. And behold, the close relative of whom Boaz had spoken came by. So Boaz said, "Come aside, friend, sit down here." So he came aside and sat down. And he took 10 men of the elders of the city and said, "Sit down here." So they sat down.
So 10 witnesses, 10 men to be a witness. This is a court. The court is sitting. Boaz is presiding. Why is Boaz presiding? Because he has taken up responsibility for this girl.
Is she here, please?
So let's continue. 10 men to be a witness.
I didn't want to wake you up. Yes, I didn't want to.
Mary, praise mute. Mary, praise mute. Mary, praise mute.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I did.
Continue, my dear. Continue.
Okay, verse 3. And then he said to the close relative, Naomi, who has come back from the country of Moab, sold the piece of land which belongs to our brother Elimelech.
Okay. We never heard of this. We never heard of this. Please, is there somebody that is behind somebody that is talking? Please, can that person press mute? There is somebody who, you have people talking behind you, around you. Can you press mute? Let's continue. How did we didn't hear about Naomi selling a piece of land, but Boaz is bringing it out at the gate. That there was a piece of land that belongs to Elimelech, Naomi's husband, and that Naomi sold it. This is interesting. But we never heard of this all this time. So that's why when I say to each of you that Boaz and Naomi were talking, now you can see it. How did Boaz know? Naomi and Boaz were talking. So even if the relationship between Ruth and Boaz looked like something that is out of a storybook or God's arrangement, I can tell you truthfully, it's not. It's well arranged, it's well planned. Please, can you write this down, Vicky? God is in the planning. God is in the planning. Don't forget that's a major key word. God is in the planning. What we are seeing from what Boaz is saying, that Naomi has sold a piece of land that belongs to Elimelech, shows that the closest person that Naomi related with when she came back from the land of Moab was Boaz. We are now seeing it. From what Naomi has been saying, from what Boaz has been saying, we are sensitive to know that the closest person that Naomi has been reaching out to, talking to, getting advice from and advising was Boaz. So Naomi was not just a leader mentoring Ruth. She was also mentoring Boaz. That's how Boaz knew all about what was happening concerning Ruth and concerning Naomi. But Naomi was playing along as though miracles were taking place. Or like Ruth suddenly was getting involved in coincidences. When you look at the book of Ruth, it looks like everything that has been happening is coincidence. That's how it looks like. But when you look at the book of Ruth, you will know that one word also come up, and that is secret planning, detail. Naomi and Boaz were really planning things pretty good. And now, instead of Boaz saying, there is an opportunity for me to marry Ruth, instead of Boaz saying it, because that's what it's about, Instead, Boaz went back to talk about a land that Naomi has sold, which we never heard about it up till now, until in chapter 4. So that's how also Naomi was smart. That's how they also survived. Who knows? Let me ask a question. Why will a woman sell a piece of land that belonged to her late husband? Why will she do that? It's just like asking a question. If there are two houses, why will she sell one of the houses? Can people help here? Why will a widow sell a piece of land? Maybe it was just one of it.
To live off of.
Huh?
In order to live off of.
In order to have the means of being alive. What again?
To live off of the money.
Huh?
Right.
Vicky, go ahead.
I was thinking it'd be too hard for her to keep the land maintenance. So
she sold it. She couldn't keep the land maintenance. Okay, so she sold it. Okay, Mary. She couldn't pay the taxes, so she sold it. Okay, Mary, go ahead. You wanted to say something?
Yeah, for survival.
Survival. Okay, for survival. What about something like this? What about if she's afraid that because she's a woman, that the family members of Elimelech might want to come and take the land by force? So she decided to sell it. Have you seen a situation in which in some culture, even if you have a child for that man, one of the reasons why women like to have children quickly and let them grow up is so that they can have a son or a daughter who can stand up to fight for their rights in case the father passed away, especially if there is wealth involved. Have you not seen it? Where people are in court for a long time contesting the riches of their brother. And they pay little attention to the brother's wife and children. They want the land, they want the house, they want the money. Have you not seen it? And some women are so fast, immediately the man dies, they sell the house and they move out and go and buy another land in a different place. So you cannot come after that because it's a totally new house. So you can't come to fight them. So some women are very smart. So Naomi is smart. Let's carry on. So instead of Boaz coming straight to say, this is the issue, he went through the back door to talk about other things first. He introduced the land. This guy was a politician. He didn't want to introduce a situation in which somebody takes root away from him. Somebody that Naomi was not really, that wasn't Naomi's wish. Because remember that here, Naomi's wish is being done by Boaz. She's a very clever woman. Instead, Boaz said to the first person in line in marriage to Ruth, the first kinsman redeemer, the first savior of the family. And by the way, who is a savior in your family? Who has been put together to be a savior in your family? You have to ask yourself that question. If you're a savior in your family, then you need to collect taxes from everybody in that family in order to help the family. Being a savior in your family does not mean that everybody come to take from you. That's not the meaning of it. A leader is someone that motivates everybody else to do something for the family, not you. I mean, you contribute your quota. A leader is not somebody that everybody stay away and you alone do it. That's not a leader. If you allow people to trick you, then you are a fool. Let's carry on. Let's see the conclusion of this matter. Go on, Vicky. She is reading from Ruth chapter 4.
Verse 4. Okay. And I thought to inform you by saying, buy it back in the presence of the inhabitants and the elders of my people. If you will redeem it, redeem it. But if you will not redeem it, then tell me.
Okay, now Boaz is saying, before these 10 elders of our people, you, the first in line before me, ahead of me, we want to buy back that piece of land for Naomi. We want to buy back that piece of land. Are you willing to buy back the land of Elimelech that Naomi sold? Or not? If you are going to do it, tell me. If you are not, tell all of us we are here. Let's see what happened.
For there is no one but you to redeem it.
Because there is nobody first in line to buy back the land of Elimelech. That piece of land that Naomi sold. There's nobody to do it but you. That's your responsibility. And I'm not going to do your responsibility for you. I hope you are learning how this thing is done. Do not go and be doing and be taking care of a responsibility that your senior brother or your senior sister, your aunties, your uncles, everybody should do. You go and do it. They pass it on to you. No. That's what we are learning in the book of Ruth. Don't allow other people to pass their problems to you. Enough is enough. Let everybody take care of their own responsibility. In the family tradition, you are the one to buy back that land. Why should other people be in charge of land that belongs to our family? Come on, let's get back what belongs to us. You do it. Let's see what the man said.
And I am next after you. And he said, I will redeem it.
Okay, so the senior brother said, the senior brother of Boaz said, yes, I will. I'll redeem it. I'm going to buy it back. Ah. Because this one is also rich. The senior is rich. Boaz is rich. They are both wealthy. So the man said, yeah, I'll buy it back. I'm going to buy back that land. Right now, I have the money to do it. What do you think that means? Let's see how Boaz pulled this off. Boaz is a fox. He is a fox. See the way he's presenting the matter. He's not going straight to the matter. So when it comes to money, he couldn't win. Let's see what he attached, what clause he attached to the bill. Go ahead, my dear.
Verse 5. Then Boaz said, on the day you buy the fields from the land of Naomi, you must also buy it from Ruth.
You must also do what?
Wife. You must also buy it from Ruth.
You must also buy it
from Ruth.
From Ruth. Continue.
The Moabitess, the wife of the dead, to perpetuate the name of the dead through his inheritance.
Who has a different... Is that the King James Bible you are reading? Is that the King James Bible you are reading? I want somebody to read me that verse 5 in a... Is that the King James?
New King James.
New King James. Is there somebody with an old King James? To read Ruth 4 verse 5?
Ruth 4 verse 5. Then said Boaz, what day thou buyest the field of the hand of Naomi, thou must buy it also of Ruth the Moabite.
Okay. Thank you. This is getting interesting. This is more than just redeeming a land or buying back a land. This also means, this buying back land of a thing also means this. Senior brother, are you willing to be in charge of the fields, of the lands that belongs to Elimelech, that is in the hand of Naomi? He said yes. But also know that this land is also attached to Ruth. Because by marriage, she is also an owner of the land. Many people want to get involved in marriage because it's the easiest and cheapest way to get land, to get cars, to get money. And you'll be highly disappointed if that's what you're looking for. If you are not coming to come and help create wealth, you'll be disappointed when you will be disrespected. So you see, the land is not just tied down to Naomi. Now the land is also tied down to Ruth. Why? Because Ruth was married to Naomi's son. And by that entitled Ruth to the land. So it was not just a matter of just one land. It was the land, must have been a lot of land. Are you willing to take care of this land? Buy back what has been sold and take care of both what you buy back and what remains. Now, this is what Boaz was saying to him. Are you willing to become the man that will be responsible to take care of the property of our late brother? Are you willing also to take care of the responsibility that he left behind? He and his children. And that responsibility is the land, Naomi, and Ruth. So you are not just getting land, you also be in charge of them. And what that means is that Naomi cannot get married anymore, but you will be the one providing for her. She'll be receiving a paycheck from you. Yup. Because you'll be the one cultivating the land. And all the different property, you'll be the one managing. In fact, the issue here is, are you willing to be the one in charge of the estate of Elimelech? And the estate of Elimelech includes Ruth. She will need to be married. She will need to have children who will be born to now come and take over the estates. And that's what you are going to do. So it's not just a matter of Naomi, who has to be provided for as a widow, an advance in age, but there is a young girl involved here. Young woman is involved here. And she must be put in the family solidly. Carry on. Let's see what happened here. What a big responsibility. Get the land, yes. Now become responsible for 2 adults. Well, let's see how it goes. Continue, my dear.
And the close relative said, I cannot redeem it for myself, lest I ruin my own inheritance. You redeem my right of redemption for yourself.
Okay, listen to this. Listen to this. The senior said, if I go to redeem, to be in charge of the estate of Elimelech, it will affect my own inheritance. It will affect my own estate. That's what he said. He was pretty smart. And I can assure you that Boaz might have all calculated that ahead of time. He knew. It's going to affect.
What does that mean?
Well, it means this. The wealth of that man is going to be affected. It might also mean that that man might have also had many wives already and many children already. And Boaz did not really have many wives. He might have just been married to 1 or 2. And might not have had a lot of children. So, dividing inheritance, the legality of his own estate, together with the estate of Elimelech, and also he has also calculated, if he brings a young girl, he's going to start a new family. And so he will be saddled with the responsibility of raising a family that will, the first son that will come out of it will not be his. You getting it? The first son is not going to be his, even though it comes from him. The first son is coming to come and take care of the estate of his late father. So he calculated it and said, no, I'm not going to do it. It requires time. It requires a lot of love to do this. That's why we call this love talk. Love with great responsibility. You see, you are redeeming the land. You are in charge of the estate. But the first son that will come out of your union with Ruth is not going to be yours. It's going to be Elimelech's name. It's going to be the name of Ruth's late husband. I've explained this already, how it was done in ancient tradition. And so if you are someone who doesn't have love for your family, that is a son that you see it, you brought into the world, goes back to his late father. And so the estate you were protecting now belongs to him. So the person who gains in this kind of thing is Ruth and Naomi. Because they gain a new family and they gain an old family. I hope you are getting what I'm saying. They gain the estates and inheritance of the dead, which is no longer in the hand of the male relatives, but in the hand of a child that will come from Ruth. So the man calculated and said, I'm not going to do it. Let's see what that man say again. Please, can you read it again?
He said, I cannot redeem it for myself, lest I ruin my own inheritance.
Lest I ruin my own inheritance. I'm not going to be capable of running this kind of thing. It's complicated. It's too legal for me. I don't have the patience for it. And the family that I'm raising, the different families I'm raising now, I can't do it. And at the end of the day, the inheritance of Elimelech is not even going to be mine.
Yeah. Wow.
At the end, it's not even going to be mine. I want you to look at it. He was smart. It's not even going to be mine. Because a son that will come from me and Ruth is going to be the one in charge of it. And that child is not even going to bear my name. It's going to bear the name of Naomi's husband, of Ruth's husband. So he's like, Let's see what he said to Boaz.
Now, this was the custom in former times.
So he now formally told Boaz. Read where he normally told Boaz. Read.
Okay. You redeem my right of redemption for
You take over. Redeem my right. Be the one to do it because you've already started it. That's why you brought it to the gates. You're already involved in it. That's what you want anyway. And that relieved me of the burden of having had to annoy anybody or disrespect anybody. We want this thing to be honorable. I give you my own rights. I give you my right for you to be in charge of the estate of Elimelech, to be the sole provider for Naomi, and to be the husband of Ruth, and to be the chief custodian of his land and all other property involved in the estate until a son comes from you to take over what belongs to the father. Let's see what the custom was, how they did it. Continue.
For I cannot redeem it. Now, this was a custom in former times in Israel concerning redeeming and exchanging. To confirm anything, one man took off his sandal and gave it to the other. And this was a confirmation in Israel. Therefore, the close relative said to Boaz, buy it for yourself. So he took off his sandal, and Boaz said to the elders and all the people, you are witnesses this day that I have bought all that was Elimelech, and all that was Chilion's and Milan's.
Okay, listen. He is buying. That another word for he is taking over. And he's going to pay the proper customary duty, traditional financial thing needed, whether whatever the tradition require for him to do to be in charge of the estates. See, all that belongs to Elimelech, all that belong to Malion and Chilion, the two sons. Please read it again. Read it again. He's going to be in charge. He's going to buy it.
So he took off his sandal, and Boaz said to the elders and all the people, you are witnesses this day that I have bought all that was Elimelech's, and all that was Chilion's, and Milan's.
So there were three. So there are three things involved here: Elimelech, Malion, Chilion. He's buying these three, the things that belong to them. He's in charge now. He's buying them out. He's taking over. He's paying all the customary rights, all the legal right, all the court right, all the religious things that were necessary. He's doing it. Continue, please, my dear.
From the hand of Naomi.
From the hand of Naomi. Naomi was in charge of it. You hear it? Naomi was in charge of everything. And Boaz is buying everything from the hand of Naomi. He's taking over. Continue.
Verse 10. Moreover, Ruth the Moabitess, the widow of Mahlon, I have acquired as my wife, to perpetuate the name of the dead through his inheritance.
Okay, so look at this. Through the inheritance, the name of Mahlon will continue. Mahlon is Naomi's son that was married to Ruth. So with the estate also goes the woman, Ruth also. So you see, it was not just having a wife. It was also acquiring an estate. So what are you bringing? What are you bringing? So these people have estates. They were not just bringing their body. Because that's what some people tell you. I have my body. Really? What is in your brain that you are bringing? What is in your pocket that you are bringing? How much land do you have? Read me where he said he's going to perpetuate Mahlon's name. Continue.
Okay. I have acquired as my wife to perpetuate the name of the dead through his inheritance.
See, inheritance, inheritance, inheritance. Inheritance, inheritance, inheritance. Continue, my dear.
That the name of the dead may not be cut off from among his brethren and from his position at the gate.
So Mahlon, Elimelech, and Chilion will always have their place in the history of Israel forever. Are you going to allow your name to be lost when the names of the great and famous will be remembered on the earth? And nobody will remember you? That will be sad. You hear what Boaz is saying? Mahlon, Chilion, Elimelech, Naomi, Ruth, their story has to continue. And they must take their place at the gates. Physically forever. Not just in a book. We want to continue their history. It will never be lost. We want to continue to increase the wealth. It will never be lost. Continue, my dear.
You are witnesses this day. Verse 11. And all the people who were at the gate and the elders said, We are witnesses. The Lord make the woman who is coming to your house like Rachel and Leah, the two who built the house of Israel. And may you prosper in Ephrathah and be famous in Bethlehem. May your house be like the house of Perez, whom Tamar bore to Judah, because of the offspring which the Lord will give you from this young woman.
Are you guys seeing what the elders are saying? They did not just sign the paperwork, but they recalled the blessings of the Lord through marriages. And they began to pour it upon Ruth, who wasn't there, and upon Boaz, who was right there. Wow. You see how marriages are blessed? Do you hear them saying, for better, for worse, for sickness or for poorer? Do you hear them saying that? No. Read again.
No.
Read again the blessing that they gave to them. Everything that you are going to do in life, you must release a blessing upon it. Everything you are going to do in life, begin with a blessing. Mary, write that down. Let me do a broadcast on it. Begin your day with a blessing. Write that down for me. Begin your day with a blessing. You and Vicky. Let me do a broadcast and put it out there. It's not just with a prayer, but with a blessing. I'll call some of you to read out the blessings for the day that has to be released. See, something big has just happened. And now they strike with a blessing and make it potent, powerful, and put it into the universe and above the universe. Read it again. Let's hear the blessing.
The Lord make the woman who is coming to your house like Rachel and Leah, the two who built the house of Israel. And may you prosper in Ephrathah and be famous in Bethlehem.
Prosper, prosper in Ephrathah, be famous in Bethlehem. Let this woman Ruth be like Rachel and Leah. What do we know about Rachel and Leah? They had famous children. They had blessed children. They had children that became Israel, that made Israel to be what it is today. So you tap into the past, you take the past, because the blessing of the past is even more active than you think. So they went back into the past and brought what happened in the past and make it to happen in the present. That's what they did. They tapped into the spirit of Rachel and Leah, into the prosperity of Ephrath, into the fame of Bethlehem, and they pour it on Ruth and Boaz. Please continue to read. Continue to read. This is getting interesting.
Verse 12. May your house be like the house of Perez, whom Tamar bore to Judah, because of the offspring which the Lord will give you from this young woman.
They are already talking about that this young woman is going to give you offspring. Think about that. They are not waiting until she gets pregnant. They are already prophesying what is going to happen in their marriage. Are you guys seeing it? Are you seeing it? They are already prophesying how the household of Boaz is going to look like with Ruth. Did they ask Boaz what his plan is for Ruth? No. Instead, they took it upon themselves to release out of the abundance of their spirit and of the Spirit of the Lord as witnesses. They call into existence how that marriage is to look like and what kind of children are coming into this world through both of them. Is that what we do today? Huh? Is that what we do today? No. When are you gonna have a baby? Why is it that both of you don't have money? Did you call money into their lives when you were bringing them together? Did you call wealth? Did you call riches? No. All you hear is for better and for worse. And some women are very smart. They tell you for better to stay, for worse to go. And I don't blame them. Tell me about it. See what they are saying? Instead, they are pouring, they are releasing and confirming and sealing. They are calling it into existence. Think about this. Think about this. Because God will hold you responsible if you do not start practicing what I'm teaching you. Everything you're going to do, you're going to tell that thing how it's going to come out. How things are going to turn out will depend on you. Did you hear these people praying to God for God to make it happen? Did they tell God to come and do it? No. They said, may the Lord do it. And then they began to pour it in. What they want the Lord to do, they began to speak. May the Lord be involved. And this is what we want. Continue reading.
Okay, verse 13. So Boaz took Ruth, and she became his wife. And when he went into her, the Lord gave her conception, and she bore a son. Then the woman said to Naomi, blessed be the Lord, who has not left you this day without a close relative, and may his name be famous in Israel.
There you go. So now Naomi has the real thing. Naomi now has a son. The family will live forever. Continue.
And may he be to you a restorer of life and a nurturer of your old age. For your daughter-in-law, who loves you, who is better to you than 7 sons, has borne him. And then Naomi took the child and laid him on her bosom, and became a nurse to him. Also, the neighbor women gave him a name, saying, there is a son born to Naomi, and they called his name Obed.
Okay.
He is the father of Jesse, the father of David.
There you go. Hear that?
Wow. Amazing.
So Obed is the son of Mahlon, the son of Elimelech. You see who raised Obed? Naomi. Now you see it. Why was Naomi raising Obed? Did Obed belong to Ruth or did Obed belong to Naomi? To Naomi. Yeah. Obed belonged to the family of Naomi, and now Ruth can now go on to go and have her own family.
My God.
So what Naomi saw in the mirror has come to pass. What the 10 elders at the gate released has come to pass. And what do we learn from this? Who did Naomi live with throughout her lifetime? Ruth. But this is how the picture was. Everything worked out for good for those who love God. Do not make a bad situation worse. See how it's now a good news. Because somebody was willing to use her intelligence, her planning, her detail, her love, and was connected with a great daughter-in-law. And the daughter-in-law got connected with a great man. And a great man called Boaz got connected with a great woman called Naomi and a great woman called Ruth. And look at the result now. This is love talk. See how the end looks like? Because people were willing to work things out. A nurturer, somebody that give you back your youthfulness. Obed became the father of Jesse. Jesse became the father of David. And the rest is history. Another thing that you have to learn here is this. God can take somebody from any country who loves him and who loves you, who become responsible for you. Build your dream and you become responsible for such a person and build that person's dream. God can bring both of you together and build a great home, great industries, great corporations, great businesses, and a great nation. An outsider did this. You must do it. He didn't sit back to say, because I'm not a Jewish woman. See, he took a non-Jewish woman to build Israel. Think about that. So when people tell you, oh, if you are not a Jew, oh, nah, God loves only Jewish people alone. God loves only these people alone. God loves black people alone, love white people alone, love Latinos alone, love Asians alone. Tell them that they don't know what they're talking about. Because God is not limited by all these little things, obstacles we put in each other's way. An outsider gave life to a Jewish culture. Wealth blossomed. Life returned. Because one girl will not back down. Love was her passion. Love for her mother-in-law. Love for her late husband. And love for everything about her mother-in-law, including her nation. And don't forget what God told me many years ago. Where love is greatest, where love is biggest, where love is deepest, God is present. Don't forget that. And because the love of Ruth was biggest, deepest, highest for Naomi, God saw it and did something about it. It was unconditional, unlimited, was a responsible love, duty-bound love, loyalty-bound love. It was not a love that came to get something. It was a love that came to build something. So write this down as a major key. The only kind of love that you must give and receive, the only kind of love that you must give and receive is a love that comes to build something with you. This is Idika Imeri saying to you, thank you for being with us throughout this time that we have been studying the book of Ruth. And thank you for your participation. And do not forget to help contribute to our mission work. You can call us. Our telephone number is 316-665-4400 or 316-512-6944. You can text with that one. So you can email us at idikaimeri@idikaimeriministry.com. Go to our website, visit us there, www.idikaimeri.com. Idika Imeri Ministry.com. On behalf of our team, we want to thank you for coming to this broadcast this wonderful Resurrection Day Sunday, the first Sunday in September. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Thank you and bye.
Stay on the line, Mary.